nutrition education in secondary school. Obesity is increasing in most age groups, which is a major public health concern. At least 13% of U.S. ages 12 to 19 years old are obese. An epidemic of obesity noted by the CDC is caused by a shift to bad dietary behavior. This shift in bad dietary behavior includes a higher consumption of sweet snacks, higher intake of high energy but low nutrient foods. This leads to much chronic disease through an unhealthy lifestyle. Chronic diseases related to poor dietary behaviors and limited physical activity are linked to heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, asthma, and sleep apnea. Due to ever-increasing pressure on standardized testing, there's less emphasis on PE and nutrition. Many schools overlook the fact that there is a strong relationship between the quality of the students' diet, their academic performance, and behavior problems. Over 71.1% of students report only eating a few vegetables a day, when the current daily recommendation for vegetable and fruit intake for kids is at least 2 to 3 cups every day. Dietary measures in childhood have a direct effect on health in adulthood, but especially compounding these poor dietary habits. Only 28.7% of students reported doing any type of physical activity for at least 60 minutes, average of the 7 days of the week. This is not only setting children up for a nutrient-lacking future, but also a future lacking in physical activity. What's happening? Example from India. Changing lifestyle, particularly to urban, has increased obesity among Indian adolescents. And this is beginning to cause a massive drain of public health resources within the country. These increases in BMI could potentially disease 1.2 billion people in India. This is changing settlement patterns, affecting family meal patterns significantly. This urbanization is causing fast food and processed food to overtake traditional food. Social constructivism suggests experiences determine how people live. And that means that this cultural impact also affects an individual's health and nutrition. Private schools of teachers, students, and parents were asked for their opinion on public interscholastic health. Due to the increasing and the higher severity of obesity among private schools in India, they were asked. Compared to Indian public schools, private schools had more obesity problems. Interviews of 52 people on secondary school nutrition curriculum. What the curriculum needs. The curriculum should teach the importance of healthy eating. All the participants in the interviews agreed that it is extremely important to educate adolescents about food and nutrition. Most participants believed nutrition classes were valuable as it assisted young people to adopt healthy eating habits. The curriculum needs to be more practical. According to most participants in the study, the curriculum was too focused on imparting theory-based knowledge. Sources such as the food pyramid and how we must have a balanced diet are vital to a working nutrition curriculum, while adding that essential practicality. Interviews of 52 people on secondary school nutrition curriculum. Problems with the curriculum. The curriculum is outdated and limited, which often leads to boredom and disinclination towards the subject. Participants believing that the curriculum fails to address many contemporary food-related issues. The curriculum is inconsistent. Healthy eating messages are given, but junk food is flaunted and sold in school cafeterias. This inconsistency between the nutrition curriculum and the school food environment misleads young people, reducing their ability to consume healthy foods. How to implement nutrition education in secondary schooling. Program dissemination and implementation is critical for effective health promotion interventions. As well as peer-led teacher programs and conferences on nutrition education, they are important to provide an effective and efficient strategy for disseminating nutrition teaching programs. The value of resources to develop health programs needs to be realized widespread. Because of the effectiveness on school-based nutrition education programs and improving students' knowledge, attitude, and behavior has been demonstrated, so it should be implemented. Because dissemination is virtually ignored, peer-led teacher training workshops are necessary to address nutrition education. It needs to be applied and integrated for such dissemination to work, using a 4-step process of first, dissemination. Second, adoption into schools policy. Third, implementation or applying the program. And fourth, maintaining the program is important for nutrition education programs to change unhealthy behaviors. Conclusion, strategies and programs. Increase nutrition education in the current curriculum of schools' health programs. CSHP model. The CSHP model, also known as the Coordinated School Health Program, includes physical education and health education in 2 of its 8 categories in school curriculum. To ensue behavior changes among youth, application of nutrition education must be more extensive. Although these changes must be brought through our educators, what is being taught now doesn't include any more than a few weeks of basic nutrition concepts. We need to implement elongated and more extensive physical activity and nutrition classes in secondary education. Just 20 minutes of nutrition discussion per week. Just 20 minutes of discussion per week. Teens could be drawn to important discussions about inviting a healthy lifestyle.